Hey guys, AJ here. Hey, what's going on, y'all? Hey, listen, I'm just gonna talk about my current setup, the one that I'm probably gonna keep until this game ends because I think it works out for me perfectly. Because I covered all my bases with a strong gun, a strong setup, right? You gotta have a very strong offense. That way, if you have to take care of an elite, you straight. The other thing you got to think about is you got to think about survival. You got to think about the way that you can stay alive, and if you die, have a way to like keep going. And the other thing that you need to worry about too is also crowd control. You got to cover all your bases. So as long as you remember that formula, then you straight. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm gonna mention one thing real quick. All of these abilities right here supplement you playing better. But the only ones that give you an actual bullet multiplier are the last three. In case you didn't know, bulldozer gives you a multiplier with this point blank. So if you're shooting any enemies up close, you're gonna do more damage. It's gonna multiply whatever your damage is doing when you have point blank. Now eagle eye, it has multiple it has multiple different multipliers for your weapon. Number one, if you're doing a critical kill, you're going to do more damage. But remember what I said. When you're doing critical kills, when you see yellow markers, you're going to multiply that number with this right here. This right here is a one shot and you're done. So this is designed only for like sniper rifles and maybe a shotgun, maybe a marksman. Basically something that's going to do one bullet and one bullet only and do a ton more damage. This right here is going to give you a multiplier when your ammo's low. This is a multiplier when you're not trying to just take care of one enemy, you're trying to take care of multiple enemies, like a horde of zombies coming at you all at once. The more you keep killing them, you're going to increase the damage on top of that. So this is going to help you with multiple enemies, not just one elite. This one is going to help you with just one elite, taking out one enemy. It could be one enemy or multiple enemies, but the point is, the numbers don't lie. Basically, anytime you see a yellow hit marker, you're just going to be doing a ton more damage. So this one has the most multipliers. So I think that anybody who's serious about doing more damage to any of their characters, they should always include Eagle Eye. The last one it has one multiplier. It has a lot of things for crowd control, but the actual multiplier is this blood runner. This blood runner is gonna do a bunch of damage to multiple enemies. I need you to understand this. Multiple enemies. So if you're trying to take care of one enemy, which is the like one of the elites, like Klaus or the Rockman, basically this is not gonna do anything for you for that. It's only gonna help you when you're killing regular normal enemies, and it's going to multiply that number as you're killing more enemies. Multiple enemies, not just one big, strong enemy that's an elite. So anyway, I just wanted to make sure you specify that. But you should always have at least one of the three. Regardless of how you set up your build, you should have at least one of the three. So I'm just going to talk about my setup so I don't make this video that long. And I'm going to leave it at that. I wanted to have a build, right, that I can use any setup on. That way I have and then now I can use any weapon that I want, right? So right now at this moment I'm using the AK-27, but I can swap this weapon out for an explosive weapon, another explosive weapon like the M181 or whatever. And it's not going to affect this setup because I have bulldozer. I'm always going to have bulldozer. So if I wanted to start using that particular weapon, I got immunity to explosive rounds. So basically, I wanted to make a setup that I can utilize for any weapon. So this is going to be the same. This is going to work for these stun grenades work for me because if I'm doing a nightmare, when you have a bunch of enemies spread out, it stuns them for a while and I can like kill them. So to me, until I think of like season 4 is coming out soon, and I hope that they get stun grenades, shock chargers, because I love those too. But for right now, at this moment, What breaks up a crowd for me and what works the best is stun grenades. Now, so I'm always going to keep that. I'm going to keep this, and I'm going to keep this, and I'm going to constantly changing this. So I'm just going to talk about my formula real quick. Number one, my abilities. I chose Bulldozer, Eagle Eye, and Gunner, and I'm going to explain why. Bulldozer is going to give me the resistance like I told you about, and I know no matter what, if I have an enemy that's kind of hard to kill, I'm just going to start like use my point blank to his advantage. I'm just gonna be shooting at him as he likes shooting at me, and I know that I'm gonna as long as I'm doing yellow hit markers, I'm gonna be doing more damage on top of that. But the good thing about this is, even if I'm not hitting yellow hit markers, even if I'm hitting white markers, it's still gonna double whatever that number is. So it's good. This will work whether I have yellow hit markers or white hit markers. It's just gonna take whatever that number is and times it. I think it's by 2, but I know it's definitely gonna multiply. I think it multiplies about 80%. So what I liked about Eagle Eye is very good. The only problem is you gotta make sure you look at everything specifically. It does more damage to critical kills. Critical kills. Anything that's in a yellow hit marker, you're going to be doing more damage on top of that number. So, and this one has a bunch of multipliers like I already mentioned. And then, so I said to myself, if I'm going to do this much damage, I want something that's going to give me my chances of hitting critical kills a lot more. So what I did was, I know I talked about my 3 weapons, but what I wanted to mention is each one of these weapons got sharpshooter. Each one of these guns, anyway. You see, I got sharpshooter here and I got sharpshooter here. Basically, anything in the upper torso is gonna do a lot the same damage as headshots. So, most of the time, I'm gonna be doing critical kills. Most of the time, I just have to aim, and most of the time, when I'm even shooting for the head or maybe like the chest a little bit, I don't have to be as precise as going just for the head. I can go for the chest, the upper torso, like it said, and I'm going to be doing more damage. So basically, by having this on, my chances of hitting critical kills are a lot more. So I had to think about the drawback. What is the drawback by having this? Somebody says, hey, AJ, it sounds good. So what is the catch? The catch is, by you having this, you don't have a full magazine no more. So you're going to your reload, you have to actually reload. You're not going to have a full magazine no more. But there are some advantages to that. Number one, instead of having 800 rounds, you're going to have over 1,000 with this gun. Instead of having only 300 bullets or 400 bullets, you're going to still have your 800 bullets. So I just said, listen, I definitely wanted to have that extra damage, and I wanted to deal with the drawback immediately. So that's what I did. The way I could deal with this drawback is by putting Gunner on. By having Gunner on, I'm able to reload much faster. If I have to, I can switch to a weapon much faster. And as I'm reloading, I can shock all my enemies. So basically, that's the way I set it up. And on top of that, I have on these weapons, I also have incendiary rounds. Basically, I'm burning the enemies too. And a lot of enemies don't like to be burnt. So on top of me burning them, I'm still doing more damage because I have sharpshooter on. So I basically I have a very strong offense. That's what I'm getting at. I have a very good offense. So I had to think about the defense. Now, one part of my defense was going to keep me, basically anything that's going to keep me alive and keep me playing the game. So my first defense is Crash Cart. Crash Cart is going to make it so if I happen to go down, I have a way to get myself up again. I have to have that balance. So, other than that, the other defense that I have that's going to help me also is right now at the moment, I wanted to try out this this shell. So basically the way I look at it is there's two things that I definitely need in this particular build. I need something that's going to give me more defense, and I also need something that's going to help me with crowd control. So, because my setup is good with the incendiary rounds and all of that stuff, but I have nothing to help me with crowd control, and I have nothing to help me with, well, I have only one thing to help me with defense, and I want more defense. So basically, that's what I need to get out of these two. So, my defense, right? Now, just to let you know, this is offense, this is defense, this is kind of both, this is kind of both too. Matter of fact, this one, I mean, they nerfed it. I'm not even thinking about that one. Conjuring, it helps you with the butterflies, but I mean, it kills them. I mean, it kills the enemy, so that's all I can say about that. Shatter Shield is a good defense. This one is, whatever. So basically, I don't got time to like touch base on every single one. I don't make the video super long. The only thing that I'm going to tell you is the two ones that I think about when it comes to defense, right? Or only defense is either this Eckett Shield and Shattered Shield. Those are the two that I know that's gonna help you out as far as defense goes. I think Shattered Shield is the better one, but I wanted to make sure I knew how this one operated first. So for the next couple of days, I'm probably gonna just use this and use this only, and then I'm gonna make my determination based on that, and then I'm gonna switch back the Shattered Shield, and I'm gonna say to so I gotta ask myself, or which one was better for me, and that's the one I'm gonna go with as far as my defense go. Now that I got my defense good and I have my offense good, I had to think about crowd control. So in my nightmare, I'm just gonna give you a summary of the ones that I don't like real quick. Number one, this wing thing, this wingman. All you do, oh yeah, wait a minute, I take that back. This hell wing right here, this is the one I dislike the most. This one, all you do is fly around and like you drop some flames or something. So basically, to me, this one kind of sucks. This is, if I had to rate these, this would be number 6. Another one that I don't like is this Nova Strike, only because I don't melee enemies that much. I do every once in a while, but I'm not running around meleeing every time I'm in a fight. So this one might work for somebody who's always meleeing the enemies every now and then. This one doesn't work for me. So this is the second one that I very dislike. The third one is, I guess I have to put the wingman, only because it does fly around the drone. It does damage some of them, but it doesn't do that much damage. So that brings me to my last 3. Well, there's 2 of them that deals with crowd control, and one of them is kind of like in its own category. This one right here, this Phoenix Bush, is going to sort of help you stay alive. So there's nothing wrong with helping you stay alive. I'm going to, max this out and use it for a while and see how it is for myself. But basically, this is the one that I went after. This one is a very good one. This one is a very good one. As far as defense goes, staying alive. But the thing is, the reason why I'm not going to choose this is because I already got a defense thing. You know what I'm saying? And if that don't work out, I'll go to this one. So I don't really need a defense thing. This is technically offense. These chaos rounds, it kind of reminds me of Elemental Pop. So based on what I'm seeing out of all of these, right, I think the one that I definitely want to try out again is this Frost Vortex, because I used it once before, and it was actually pretty kind of broken to me. So that's the one I'm going to aim for. So basically, I'm going to, if I do another epic, because my buddy talked me into it, I might try to go for Shattered Shield just so I can see what it's like. But if I roll for anything else other than that, I'm just going to keep rolling. So that's how I feel. I'm going to try Shattered Shield, and then as my second one for me, this is really a toss-up between Chaos Rounds and his Vortex. I'm only going to go for this Vortex only because it's something different. All of these abilities right here is abilities that I'm already used to. the shock effect, or I can freeze them, or So basically, it's like they cycle between the 5 that I already have, kind of like Elemental Pop. I would rather try something new that has nothing to do with that. So that's where this come in. So, yeah, so that's the route that I'm going. So I didn't fully, completely set up my player, but I got the vision of how I want to take him. So anyway, I'm going to end this broadcast now. I'll check y'all later. All right, peace out.